This Thursday marks the one-year anniversary of Special Counsel Robert Mueller starting his investigation into possible collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia. The probe has delivered indictments or guilty pleas involving 19 people, including the president's former campaign manager, Paul Manafort. But critics are quick to point out that none of the charges are related to the crime the special counsel is supposed to be investigating. The president has long derided the probe as a witch hunt that aims to undermine his victory. And last week, Vice President Pence urged special counsel to wrap it up. So when is that going to happen? Let me bring in Fox News senior judicial analyst and my mentor, Judge Andrew Napolitano, back on the show. So great to see you, Judge.
Such a high honor to be referred to as that. Thank you. It's great to be with you. Look, Thursday is the anniversary, and you asked me what's going to happen. Probably very little, although the new legal team headed by Rudy Giuliani is decidedly one that wants to take the offense. And Rudy prefers to taunt and challenge the other side as opposed to letting them do their work and challenge them in court. When is this going to end? It will end when Bob Mueller finishes his 10,000-piece jigsaw puzzle, because that's really what he has before him.
And that's a great metaphor for this, that he's putting together all these different pieces, and you say that parts of it are finished and others may never fit. So what does he do? Does he pull out the jigsaw and the super glue and force everything together?
Look, some of the criticism of him is that none of this has anything to do with Russia. Well, that's not true. He indicted 13 entities, three corporations, and 8 people, 9 people, 10 people in Russia. They're not going to come here to stand trial. The allegations against them are so strong that President Trump himself used authority that the Congress gave him to sanction them and prevent them from using American banks. So there must be some there. I think when he says witch hunt, it's a dog whistle to his base. It's certainly not a serious legal argument. Look, Mueller, whatever you think of him, has a serious ethical obligation not to bring charges until they're ripe, and not to end this until he's able to exonerate, charge, or write a report. He's got to do one of the three. He can't stop in the middle because Mike Pence is impatient or the president's supporters are impatient. People are understandably impatient because they think this is impeding President Trump from doing what they believe they elected him to do.
And every president has the right to, seek out and champion their own agenda, certainly without this impediment.
Of course.
So, how long does the ripening process take? I actually understand that impatience because I hate to see the government misused for political whims. We don't know necessarily that's what's happening here, but we do know that it's certainly a giant distraction.
When the government conducts a typical criminal investigation, we don't even know what's going on. And the target's name isn't even out in the public because that person may be exonerated and you don't want the taint. We know this is going on, but this is actually a methodical and brief investigation as these criminal investigations go. Iran-Contra lasted for 7 years and cost $80 million. I don't think this is going to last that long, but it's not going to be over tomorrow. It's not even going to be over in 2018, because most of the evidence that Bob Mueller is acquiring, he's extracting from people who are reluctant to give it. So he has to charge them, prosecute them, or talk them into becoming his witnesses.
And that's everyone from Donald McGahn, who was the president's White House counsel, to Jared Kushner's 29-year-old personal assistant. I mean, it really runs the gamut.
To
the number
General
of
Flynn, who pleaded guilty to lying about a perfectly lawful telephone conversation, and in return for which is giving them what they want to hear from him. We don't know what it is, but when the time comes, we'll find out.
Will Robert Mueller take a break before the midterms in order to keep politics out of the fall election?
He will not take a break, but he probably won't make any public announcements, which will be consistent with the Department of Justice guidelines about not doing something that could be interpreted as trying to influence the elections.
I love seeing your face, Judge.
Expect something to happen between now and Labor Day, and then radar silence until after Election Day.
Okay, very good. I will schedule my vacations accordingly. Love
it's such a great show, and that's such a terrific panel.
Aren't they amazing?
Even that so-called liberal Democrat in the middle, it's not bad.
It's his first time on the show. All right, Judge, thank you.